Good afternoon on this amazing Friday. It's been a while since I've been talking to all the fans here at Low VA Rates, specifically anyone that is interested in the military, you've served in the military, you've got friends or family in the military. We're glad you're listening. Number one, as a reminder, on Fridays, we wear red here at Low VA Rates. Why? Because red stands for remembering everyone deployed. So it's kind of an outward expression of something that we feel very passionate about internally. So if you see people wearing red on Friday, you can know they probably support the military. That said, what an amazing day. We got a new president in office. We don't have a political stance here at Low VA Rates, but as I was watching the inauguration this morning, I was impressed at how power can be passed from one person to another almost in an instant. And my hope, no matter who you voted for, no matter who you think's right or wrong, going forward, let's unite as a country and let's hope for the best. That's all we can hope for. We should not be wishing any leader, both nationally or on a local level, failure, because when our government fails, we all fail. So let's hope for the best. That said, what we're going to talk about today is the 2017 VA home loan limits. It's early on in the year. We're about halfway or so through January, and what happened in 2017 is both Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, those are like conventional loans for anyone, military or civilian, they increased their loan limits on a national level. And what they did is, the specific number that is important here is $417,000. That was 2016. Now, there were certain counties or areas in the country, and we're going to talk about that today, that you could get conventional loans higher than 417 without having to pay additional closing costs or have a more difficult time. But this was kind of the baseline. In 2017, let me grab this eraser here. In 2017, it went from $417,000 to $424,000, and believe it or not, they even put 100 there on the end. That is the 2017 conforming loan limit. Now, how does that apply to veterans? Let's talk about VA home loan limits. In 2016, if you wanted a loan amount above $417,000, it was considered a jumbo, or bigger than what was normal. And normally speaking, if you got a jumbo loan, you might have taken a higher interest rate, you may have had to pay a little bit more closing costs, and some banks just wouldn't do it. They consider jumbo loans perhaps a bit riskier, and I'll talk about that a little bit today as we educate the audience on loan limits and how they work with the VA. So now we squeaked out a little bit of extra money. Larger homes, people that want to borrow more money, you're able to now get more with a VA home loan in 2017 forward than you were able to prior to 2017. Now, here is something very interesting. The VA, the Department of Veterans Affairs, does not have a maximum loan amount. I know that sounds crazy, because here we are talking about home loan limits or maximum loan amounts. I'm here to tell you the VA has no max, okay? Now you may be saying, Eric, how is that possible? How does the VA not have a maximum loan amount? Because the VA does not put restrictions on how much money a veteran can borrow. Here's the catch. What the VA does do is they have loan guarantee maximums. So here's how VA loans are different than a conventional loan. As you know, or you should know, on a VA home loan there is no mortgage insurance, because the full faith and credit of the U.S. government is backing the performance of these VA loans. VA, FHA, USDA, those are government-backed loans. I'm only talking about VA today. Here's how VA guarantee works. Let's just use simple math, $100,000 loan amount, okay? If a veteran's gonna borrow $100,000, the VA will guarantee 25% of that. So you have a 25% guarantee. What that means is the VA tells banks like Low VA Rates or mortgage companies or lenders, if you're going to lend someone $100,000, the VA will be on the hook for $25,000 of that. So let's assume I go out and I lend somebody through our company $100,000, and unfortunate events occur and the loan goes belly up. There's a foreclosure, a bankruptcy, something, and the homeowner stops making payments on that loan. Well, as a bank, I now have potential losses. I have potential losses on this home because I lent out $100,000. The veteran didn't pay any money or went through foreclosure, and now there's attorney fees, real estate fees to sell the house. And let's just say when all is said and done, I've incurred $110,000 in actual costs to lend out this money. Well, I can go back to the Department of Veterans Affairs as a bank, and I can say, look, VA, you told me you would guarantee 25% of this loan amount, and I have the possibility to get $25,000 from the VA to help offset the bad performance of this loan. That's a real basic example of how VA guarantee works. So what the VA has done is they don't put a limit on what you can borrow or what banks can lend. They do limit the guarantee. So the more money a veteran wants to borrow, as you get up into the higher loan amounts, you could, as a bank, lender, or mortgage company, be exposed to more risk. And that's why on jumbo loan amounts, normally you'll see maybe higher interest rates, you may pay some additional closing costs, and you may deal with a company that just doesn't do them. Here's the great thing about working with low VA rates. We don't have maximum loan amounts. We do lots of jumbo loans. Most of our jumbo loan products do not have additional hits to the interest rate or closing costs. I said most, there are some that do. Instead of going into detail today on that, I really just want to talk about home loan benefits. On a good note here at the end, this whole video has been good if you ask me, but on another note here at the end, and I don't have all this memorized, I got some notes here. There are certain counties in the country where FHA, the Federal Housing Administration, has enough data to suggest we need to increase the maximum loan amounts allowed in these areas. So for example, Alaska, in some places you can get up to $636,150 as a maximum loan amount before you hit what's called a jumbo. California, Utah, anywhere where the cost of living has been going up, you can get substantially higher maximum loan amounts. Here's what I would suggest you do. There will be a link somewhere below in the Facebook Live video. If you're watching another video that we've posted somewhere else, you're probably embedded within an article. We have plenty of data on our website that can share with you county by county across the entire United States what the 2017 maximum VA loan limits are. If you have any questions, we can ask those. You can ask those now. I'll try to answer them. This can be somewhat complex, so I'll go ahead and talk about some other things for the next 15, 30 seconds until we have a question. Go ahead.
Joshua asks, what does credit scores have to be?
Joshua, great question, credit scores. And that's what I love about Facebook Live and other stuff. We might be talking about one topic, and then we always invite to talk or ask questions about anything related to the loan process itself. VA has no minimum credit score requirements. Yes, if you call up a lot of VA lenders, they're going to say 640 FICO or 620 FICO. We've got many videos on our YouTube station. We've even done Red Friday videos here on Facebook about credit scores, so I would invite you to go read deeper or watch some videos to get more information on credit scores. But VA has no minimum FICO requirement, and so here at Low VA Rates, none of our programs have a minimum FICO requirement for you to get. So I don't care if you have a 500 FICO or a 900 FICO, we're ready to help you out. Any other questions from social media? Okay, so just in closing, remember, Fridays, wear red. If you go and wear red, take a picture of yourself, and you do a little hashtag like this, Red Friday, and then you tag. To tag, you hit the @ sign on your phone or your computer, and then hit Low VA Rates. If you do a hashtag Red Friday and tag Low VA Rates, either on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you name it, we will send you some swag like this or some other t-shirts we have so that you can not only support veterans by wearing red, but you can also give a shout out to Low VA Rates. If that's it, we'll see you next Friday, 1:30 Mountain Standard Time for another topic.